Let's step into Dingle, where the Boswells are scheming for a bit of bread. That delicious slang for cash.
We've got a booklet from the Social Security Office and we read it from cover to cover. It's amazing the things you can claim for.
And where family arguments are always dramatic, loud, and somehow very funny.
Hey, who gave you the go-ahead?
Well, I'm a member of this family, aren't I?
Only just, sunshine. You're still in rompers, so shut it.
Bread was Carla Lane's big Liverpool sitcom hit. It ran on BBC One from 1986 to 1991, across 7 series and 74 episodes, and at its peak, pulled in around 21 million viewers. So what became of Nellie, Freddie, Joey, Aveline, and the rest? When the cameras finally stopped rolling, let's catch up.
I have got a wife
And a baby and a son.
At the very heart of Bread is Nellie Boswell, furious, fierce, and fabulous.
In your cupboard, which is restocked every week by me and which is only 2 yards away!
Played by Jean Boat. Nellie was the iron-fisted matriarch who ruled the roost.
You know the house rule? When we have a visitor, last one upstairs gets the sofa.
And delivered the show's sharpest put-downs. Jean stayed with the series for its entire run and made the role utterly hers.
Wanted a big, round, common Irish tart.
She won a British Comedy Award for it and remained the face people instantly associate with the show. After Bread, Jean continued to act on stage and screen and died in September 2023. Her Nellie was the Boswell's emotional gravity and the reason a lot of the show's chaos had somewhere to land.
You got a nerve sending me a letter, that tart.
Freddie, the roguish, flirtatious dad, was played by Ronald Forfer.
I don't have funny things like optimism myself, just a bellyache.
Freddie's wandering eye and dodgy schemes were a constant source of tension.
He's on about Lilo Lil again! You're on about Lilo Lil again!
He was always one step away from scandal and one phone call away from Nellie's wrath.
Could have an hour with the real bed. Me legs have set.
You can't be cold. There must be a herd of ducks in that duvet.
Ronald brought real theatrical chops to the part and continued in both theatre and television afterwards. He remained active until his later years, passing in 2020. Freddie's brand of lovable nonsense kept the family's plotlines bubbling. Joey was the slick, leather-trousered eldest son, part dreamer, part wheeler-dealer, first played by Peter Howitt, later by Graham Bickley.
Don't worry about it. You worry too much about all of us.
Howitt's Joey was a heartthrob, a breakout role that put him on the map.
Many thanks.
After leaving Bread, Peter turned to writing and directing. He wrote and directed Sliding Doors in 1998 and went on to helm several more films. He eventually relocated abroad, living between Canada and California. When Howitt left, Graham Bickley stepped into Joey's leather jacket from Series 5 onwards. A seasoned West End performer, Graham carried Joey through the later series, and after Bread, built a hugely successful career in musicals and concert work. 2 Joeys, 2 careers, both memorable in their own way. Aveline, the glamorous Boswell daughter, was first played by Gilly Coman for 4 series. She gave Aveline her original sharp edge and comic vanity.
The reason my hair's such a mess is because I can't stay long enough in the bathrooms with the conditioner to wear.
Gilly later appeared in other TV dramas, before dying suddenly in 2010. From Series 5 onwards, Melanie Hill took over as Aveline. She made the role her own and later went on to an impressive career in drama and soaps, Waterloo Road and a long-running stint in Coronation Street. Both actresses left their mark, proving how strong the character was across the years. Jack, the slightly more sensible Boswell brother, was played by Victor Maguire.
He really is human. Or is he a Russian parrot disguised as a diplomat?
He balanced Joey's swagger with a thoughtful, grounded presence.
I don't know why we don't dig a tunnel between the 2 houses. Say was worrying about him getting run over.
After Bread, Victor stayed busy. He starred in Goodnight Sweetheart as Ron Wheatcroft, popped up in films like Lock, Stock and 2 Smoking Barrels, and enjoyed a steady run of TV and stage work, including Trolleyed. Jack's mix of loyalty and scheming made him a fan favourite. Adrian, the sensitive poet of the family, was played by Jonathan Morris.
Somebody do something about our Aveline in that bathroom!
He was eccentric, dramatic, and often unintentionally hilarious.
It's my new image.
After Bread, Jonathan stayed in the spotlight for a while, presenting children's TV like The Movie Game, and taking stage roles too. He gradually stepped back from the limelight, but his portrayal of Adrian remains one of the quirkiest and most memorable. Billy, the youngest brother, was played by Nick Conway. Loud, brash, and always chasing romance,
This is me own. Over there's where I'm married.
Billy provided plenty of laughs.
Greetings. I'm sorry, she doesn't want to talk to anybody right now. Thank you.
After Bread, Nick worked in theatre, kept a hand in TV, and went on to run a theatre school, passing on his craft to younger generations. Billy's comic bluster was a key part of the Boswell chemistry. I often saw him at Manchester City home matches in the late 80s. He would stand up and wave at the crowd before kick-off. Grandad, permanently grumpy and permanently hungry,
World must be full of bloody chickens. And I only had one cake for me tea.
was Kenneth Waller. He'd had a long career before Bread, including roles in Are You Being Served?, His granddad gave the family a sharp-tongued elder, forever demanding. Kenneth stayed active in the business until his later years, and died in 2000, remembered fondly for this role. And who could forget Lilo Lil, Nellie's rival and Freddie's flame? Played with gusto by Eileen Pollock, she became so famous that is still quoted today.
He's back. And if you don't want him, just take the handbrake off and point him towards the river.
Eileen went on to a long career in TV, film and theatre, remembered as a bold performer until her death in 2020. Cousin Shifty was played by Brian Murray, adding a mischievous, streetwise energy. Brian went on to a strong career in Irish TV, including long-running soap Fair City. He remains a familiar face and voice, remembered for his cheeky turn as Shifty. Oswald was the mild-mannered Protestant vicar who became Aveline's unlikely love interest, and later her husband. His relationship with Aveline provided one of the sitcom's sweetest, yet most awkward storylines, not least because the Boswells were Catholic. That clash of faiths gave Nellie plenty of opportunities for sharp-tongued disapproval. Oswald was played by Giles Watling, a seasoned stage and television actor who later moved into politics, serving as a Conservative Member of Parliament. Around the Boswells were familiar faces: Pamela Power as Martina,
All flags and bearing their little chests. But I have my ways of dealing with them.
the sharp-tongued DHSS clerk, neighbours and friends who filled in Carla Lane's Liverpool setting, and a parade of side characters who gave Joey, Freddie and Adrian someone to bounce off. They might not all be household names, but they were part of what made Bread's world feel alive. So, there you have it, the Boswells and their circle, then and now. Some became stars on stage and screen, some moved behind the camera, and sadly we've said goodbye to a few along the way. But in the 1980s, Bread was the nation's biggest sitcom, and those characters are still remembered with warmth today. If you enjoyed this trip back to Dingle, give the video a like. Tell me in the comments which Boswell was your favourite, and subscribe for more journeys into classic British comedy. After all, there's always room for a bit more Bread.
You'll understand me better when we've had a talk. What is there to understand about a tart?